All right, good morning, Matt. Rest of you guys that I work with, hopefully I'm flying by the seat of my pants because I'm by myself. Hopefully this video works. Looking at Matt's squat, there's a couple of things that I want him to work on, and this is something that I find with most of you guys that you have an issue with. And there's two things. It's in the setup and how you have a tendency to want to be forward. Now what happens is the chest is already out in front. We're already leading with the chest, and I want you to sit back on those heels. The other thing that I notice as part of the setup is that the knees are a little flexed and unlocked, and when you're like that and the chest is forward, when you start to descent, immediately my butt's pushing out, chest is forward, the weight is driving me forward, which means I'm up on my toes and not on my heels. Let me kind of demonstrate what I'm looking at. You'll get set up, and then you're here with your working weight, and you're forward, so see, you can immediately see that I'm on my toes, and then the knees are flexed. As soon as you start down, the natural tendency is to be, you're getting depth, but now look how far forward I am over my toes. I want you here. Look at the difference here. Now look at my depth here. I'm not any deeper. Anatomically, I'm not any deeper. But here, especially like a Thad or some of you other guys, that you'll start, look at what happens. But if I'm here, now the other thing is don't just lock out. Look at how forward I am. When you're coming out of that hole, pushing the knees out, you want to drive that groin forward, locking the knees. See, I'm in a tight position, and I'm in a position of not only control, but power. I always try to start the descent, knees out, and staying upright instead of letting those hips push out. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, but if you start with the butt, chest drops. Okay, so when we get set up, we want that groin to be forward, everything tight, knees locked. It doesn't have to be hyperextended, but they need to be locked. If they're relaxed, we're going to start there. And I don't want you here. I want you here. Look at the difference. And it makes those hips nice and tight, and where we can generate power. The other thing that it should explain, the method that I use, the method I teach, is when we're doing competition in heavy weight squats, we never do more than 2 reps. Because you will look at all your sets this morning, Matt, all you other guys. You do a good first rep, second rep is already starting to go forward. So these systems where they're using 5 and 6 reps, and that's fine for assistance. My focus on this is how do we generate as much strength and power and more closely mimic what we're going to do on the platform. That's the theory behind that. So hopefully this helps. I'll post this later. Again, if it generates questions, let's put it on the forum. Let's see what we learn. All right, good luck.